Hello and welcome to the last ever Sunday BBLB. Can you believe it? Yeah, in 6 days' time, the winner of Ultimate Big Brother will be crowned, everybody.
To make sure Sundays go out with a bang, we have got a cracking show lined up for you.
So for the next hour, turn off your phone, hide the remote and stay put, because the only thing that matters is Big Brother.
After all the drama of Friday night, we have the African Queen herself, Makosi.
So, in the words of Michelle Bass, crack open the champagne. Oh, hiya! Because we've also got this little lot to look forward to. Mr. Emma Willis tells us what it's like living with a Big Brother superfan, plus he'll be taking on Emma in that game show thing.
We find out from Mr. Vanessa Feltz how he's dealing with her going back in the house.
Our favourite Mr. and Mrs. from BB9, Mario and Lisa, get grilled by Zig and Zag.
Also, ladies, control yourselves. McFly will be performing their brand new single at the end of the show.
Plus, we'll have all the news on yesterday's brilliant task that involves a lot of this.
Now, during the summer of 2005, she became one of the most talked about people in the UK and Africa, she's led us to believe. She spent 11 eventful days in the Ultimate Big Brother house. Here is her story.
I need to change into something okay. I think Paul McKenna is a genius. Second coming.
What is she going on about?
She's got an extraordinary body, hasn't she? She really is a gorgeous, gorgeous girl.
Right, guys? This is for her Martin Spencer's underwear contract. I'm sure it's hair from Makosi bits that have fallen out, but because they look like very long pubes.
I am this close.
I swear.
Brilliant.
Makosi's lovely, we've really bonded.
Thanks for the show, Anna.
Thank you for coming.
Got my money's worth.
This is what my life has come to.
As ever, before we meet Makosi, it's time to welcome our cut-price Picasso. It's only Tom from McFly. Hi, Tom. Any good with the old pen?
I can doodle a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I like a good
I'm
doodle.
intrigued.
Really? You know what? I think he's got something in the locker here, guys.
He's a creative man.
No pressure,
I
don't
can
I think it's going to
understand
be
it.
impressive. Now, Friday's double eviction saw a battle between 6 Ultimate BB heavyweights.
Despite being one of our most memorable housemates ever, the nation voted her the second person to be evicted with 41.7% of the vote. Please welcome Makosi!
Where else? Where else?
Stop it. I'm not...
All right.
So graceful!
Health and
So
safety
graceful.
nightmare written all over it, guys.
Oh.
Production staff breathing a sigh of relief.
Makosi, welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. I've got to say, you were a fantastic housemate, and you did keep up the glamour level,
Have you
didn't you?
got to say that, Emma?
No,
Emma's
she
got to
did.
say that,
No,
guys.
I haven't got to say that. The swimsuits outside in the shower every day, you go over to the shower in your heels and occasionally shower in the heels. That's glamour, in my opinion.
Well, every woman will do everything in heels if they could walk in them.
Did you
true. I
hear
can't even get
John
to a hot
McCroke
tub
there mentioning what an incredible body he's got, Makosi?
I love John really.
Slamming.
It's got to make you feel good, doesn't it?
I love John really.
Now, you mentioned to Davina that the game was different for the winners in the house. Why so?
Obviously because they've tasted victory before, and it's a bit harder for them because they know one person is going to walk out last, and all of them don't want to walk out before, you know, anybody else. So
Yeah.
obviously there's more pressure there, it's more intense, and they're more competitive.
It's harder for them to take it as well.
Totally, yeah.
Now, before you went in, you said that Nadia was the person that you were dreading the most, but she ended up kind of being Auntie Nadia, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Nowadays, I think she's just kind of totally misunderstood. She does yell a lot, and it is frightening when she yells because she gets really loud and her voice gets really deep. But, you know, if you know how to stay away from her bad side, she's cool to hang out with.
Yeah, she's a
Scares
fantastic...
the life out of me. I've got to be honest with you,
She's a fantastic
Makosi.
housemate, though.
She's cool. You just don't want to upset her because
No, you do not.
Yeah. I tried my best not to upset her, and I'm glad I ended up on her good side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did invite Nadia to come on to the show today, but she declined our offer. But But we do. She was a great housemate.
Absolutely. This is actually what Davina had to say about Nadia.
Nadia still, to this day, is one of my, will still go down as one of my favourites. She was true to herself, and I respect that.
Now, obviously, you girls got together, you created the three witches. How do you think Michelle's going to get on without you two?
I think the first couple of days, well, the first day or two are going to be hard, but she's a strong girl, so I think she'll be okay.
Yeah. Has she bonded with anyone else in the house?
I don't. The thing is, Michelle is like Mercury. She can turn into anything and bond with anyone. So I'm not really worried about her. But if it was me in there and Nadia and Michelle were gone, I would have slept and cried all day.
What an amazing analogy. Michelle's like Mercury. Fantastic.
How was the experience?
She gives you poison if you drink any of it.
I think so.
Yeah. How was the experience for you this time round compared to Big Brother 5?
This time around, it kind of felt choreographed because everybody was conscious, everybody is TV trained, so it was not as fun as the first time around. We're all geriatrics now, but it was really fantastic, really. I felt really honoured.
Do you think it's all quite preconceived?
Everything was preconceived. Everybody was like camera trained, especially those that went to camera school like Brian. You know, they knew exactly.
Camera school. I want to go to camera school. Sounds like an amazing place. Can you imagine it? And obviously the house is full of massive personalities.
Totally.
Did you anticipate how difficult it would be in there?
I didn't actually. I thought it was going to be like the first time, but it was really hard because you can imagine egos going around and the house is not big enough for the auras and the egos in there.
Yeah.
So it was really hard.
How was Friday night for you? Because you came out and it was quite a ruthless crowd. That it was, you know, there were a lot of boos, really.
Well, I've been booed before, and if something doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. So, you know, I kind of sort of rocked it.
The duck's back.
You know what I mean?
What do you think went wrong for you, Makosi?
Maybe what do I think went right for me? Because if I'd stayed in there, I would have gotten more competitive and I probably would have lost a little bit of my dignity that I walked out with.
OK, would you like to see what the eviction night crowd thought went wrong for you? Let's do it.
What went wrong for Makosi was the outdoor showering. Getting her jubblies out every day in the garden.
I think Makosi was a bit too, well, outspoken, and I think a lot of people don't understand what she's on about sometimes.
She was too opinionated, and she just caused arguments and was kind of a bit of a ditz, even though she came across as trying to be a bit too clever.
I think the public misunderstand Makosi, really. I mean, she is a bit of a princess, but that, you know, what you see is what you get. One of the most electrifying and most memorable housemates we've ever had. So complex, different from, you know, a lot of people, but interesting, warm and different. And I celebrate that, really.
What did you just say?
I said I love her too.
Aww.
And you were quite vocal about not wanting Anthony to go in the house. Was it a surprise to see him when he strode in there?
Do you know, every time that name comes up, I kind of feel very apprehensive. It's kind of ironic because my brother's name is Anthony, but it
must be awkward.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Particularly now, just running that through your head as we're sitting in a jacuzzi.
But it wasn't as bad as I anticipated it. He was quite such a gentleman, and I'm glad it ended the way it ended, if you know what I mean.
It's all been put to rest.
Yes.
Tom just gave me a very knowing wink there. I think it's going off over there.
Makosi, finally, who would you like to see win on
some
Big
cheap
Brother?
street
Nikki
artist.
Graham!
Nikki Graham!
Yes.
Did you ever think you'd say that when you walked
I
into
never
the house?
thought I would say that before I walked into the house. But then Nikki, what you see with Nikki is literally what you get. What you see in the dressing room, what you see at home is Nikki. She's not overdoing it for the cameras. Yeah. She's won an N something award for it, and she deserved it, and I really want Nikki to win.
Makosi, thank you so much. Give it up for Makosi, everybody. We've still got loads more to come. Find out what Josie had to say to Nadia later on in the news.
Plus, all the ladies in the office are very excited because chart-topping heartthrobs McFly in the building. And they'll be performing their brand new single, Don't Go. I think I might be pregnant. I think I'm pregnant.